Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. How's everybody doing? We chilling. Late night. Salute to Jermell. Yeah, we gonna block you. Block him. What's up with the rest of y'all? I already got my first block. Let's go. On my channel, y'all gonna let me talk. Make sure you come in and smash the like button. K Lex says race absolutely matters in sports for the black athlete. Look how they treat our stars. They vilify us, label us as woman beaters, criminals, or thugs, or call us crazy anytime we bring up the apparent. Oh, K Lex, K being cooking. Oh, y'all not gonna like this stream. Listen, I mean, y'all gonna like it, but I'm just saying that the haters ain't gonna like this one. But I got my mineral water. Make sure y'all buckle up and all that good stuff. Wraith Dawn, I had to block him. He was wilding. Oh, I told you I got unlimited energy. It's gonna be a good year. Perrier sipping. Make sure y'all smash the like button. We just warming up, waiting for the notifications to go out. Shout out to K Lex though on that good comment. Hey Wraith, you a fool. He said salute for what? Yeah, exactly. Oh man. They just be coming in trolling, whatever. Shout out to YouTube for the block button. Shout out to YouTube for making that block button. That thing be coming in handy. Shout out to YouTube, man. Listen, the block button, that's the best feature YouTube done came out with. Like, YouTube stories, that's mid. That's all right, YouTube community posts, that's mid. That's cool. But that block button, now we talking. Shout out to YouTube. It's 2:42, 2:43 on a late night. Listen, yeah, we got the early morning cook up. Listen, I got fans all around the world, so I try to, and I'm an insomniac, so I try to do it at different times. So we hit all different bases and different markets because a lot of people want to hear. Yeah, I'm in Cali too. A lot of people want to hear the Boxingego thoughts. I don't know how long I'm gonna go because it's late, but I want to get some thoughts off. So we're gonna just do that. Please come in, smash the like button, subscribe if you like boxing content. I'm the one. We're having a good year. Like the blimp. Probably a minute or so, and then I'll get started. Shout out to Isaac. Yeah, man, I'm out here working. So, like I said, if you guys appreciate the effort, show that. Multiple ways to do that. Pretty obvious. So let's go. Man, it's kind of hot in here. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Listen. He said, but race don't matter. Yeah, let's. I don't know how long I'm gonna be, so let me get started. Let me plug my phone in, and we'll get it cracking. All right. Now, let me start with this, and I know this might sound cliche, but I like Jermell Charlo, the fighter. I like him as a fighter, always has. He's had a tough schedule. He's up, in a tough fight that you should appreciate, undisputed. Now, with that out the way, I almost didn't want to make this video because I tell you guys, First of all, the streets was eating Jermell Charlo alive for the comments that he made, right? And this is a true story. I come from the cloth of, if I don't have anything special to add, then I just remain silent. You know what I'm saying? Like if when I seen the comment from Jermell Charlo on the DW PBC podcast, I just felt it was so unrealistic. It was so off the mark. I felt it was so ridiculous that it was really obvious that what he said was not true. You know, I just figured that. I was just like, man, who would believe that? But over the last couple of days since whenever it happened, I seen some people that were like, on Instagram and stuff, and they were like, "Yeah, Jermell Charlo, good job, buddy." And then I kind of gathered some thoughts, so I kind of want to give you my thoughts on the whole situation. Kind of makes sense. Um, to me, I didn't even think it. If you follow my channel since day one, I'm like steak sauce. I've been A1. So you already know how I felt, because that's the exact opposite of everything that I've said on my channel. Myron Dinar said, Jermell, no, he be tap dancing. Listen, you already knew how I was going to take it. So I thought it was a given. But boxing and the races, they got a lot of fake love. So there's a lot of people who are now all of a sudden Jermell Charlo fans because he's saying something that they are happy with. So let me explain to you how this works. In case you don't know, Jermell Charlo on his verified Instagram, he popped into Deontay Wilder's Ray Flores interview on the PBC podcast. And he basically, Wilder said white privilege or this and that. He said something. He said there's white privilege in boxing, which is 1,000% true. And he said, but it's good, it's cool when people doubt me, blah, blah, blah. Jermell Charlo left a comment, and what he said was, race don't matter. I think it was in all caps. Race don't matter. Skills pay the bills. Very disappointing to hear that come from a black fighter, let alone a black fighter from Texas. Now, I'm a California kid. That's where I spent most of my life, right? My dad was in the military. I have never in my lifetime, and I know a lot of people from Texas, met somebody out of all states from Texas that don't know about racism. Never in my life. Like, out of all my connects of all walks of life, I got people from all walks of life, in the Rolodex. But as far as black people from Texas, the drilling. If you from Texas has probably some, like, go research Jasper, Texas, where they put a noose around dude and drug him from the back of a car, right? Go to certain places like I think El Paso and certain spots. There's no one I've ever met, right? That, especially from southern states, but Texas particularly, that don't know about racism. Going to a restaurant and can't get seated, or people looking at you, whatever. Ask Yar Hussein. Shout out to my dude. $5 for the vampire stream. So I just feel like, out of all people, somebody from H-Town, from Texas, would know. They would know, kind of like, what I mean? That's absolutely not true. Ask Jay Prince if racism, if it's alive or if it's in boxing. He been in boxing. He from H-Town. You dig what I'm saying? So to me, I thought the comment was so, like, I didn't think it needed much dialogue, to be honest. I didn't really have nothing to say about it. If that's his real opinion, I mean, I guess. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. See, I judge a man by what he say. You know what I mean? So I break down what you say. I'm a black man from Texas and I stand with Jermell. That's what's up. You gonna stand by yourself. Block him. Do I have any shooters? Block Jamal. Look, once again, you have more people pretending to be black with black usernames or whatever. That's what's up. Do I have any shooters? When they hate, donate. Listen, do I have any shooters that are watching the chat right now? You a joke. That's what's up. But you just said you was black. Now you mad because you about to get blocked. Oh, wow. Hold on. I guess we don't have no shooters. I got them. You see? Who blocked them though? Who blocked them? Who shot you? Separate the weak from the ops. Leak hard to creep. You see how mad he got? Bro, he proving my point. The dude coming in with a fake black name, Jamal Boombaye or whatever that was. Hey, get the likes up. Listen, y'all gonna pay every time they come. Y'all gonna pay. Otherwise, I'll just discontinue this stream and we'll do it at a more reasonable time where we got the normal viewership. So y'all gonna pay. I need y'all to get the likes up, or y'all better start sending some dough, bro. That's the only way. Old media is so stupid, and the racists are so stupid. K Lex just told you. He said they making the point for us. If you have to pretend to be black with a fake black name and say I agree, I mean, you just proving the point. Who does it? Who does it? Benny Blanco, what's good? Who does it? So anyway, I never met no one from Texas that didn't know the drilly when it comes to racism for particularly in this case, a black person. But I judge a person based on what they say. Jermell, what he said is absolutely not the case. It's not true. Here, I could break it down. I could destroy that whole argument in 10 seconds. You know what? I need to challenge myself. I can destroy Jermell Charlo's whole argument about race don't matter, skills pay the bills. I could destroy it. Don't even give me 10 seconds. I could destroy it with 2 words. Who want to test me? Who want to test me? My argument, I could destroy that statement and prove that it's false in 2 words. Who want to test me? If y'all want to test me and see if the great Ego Veli can destroy that argument and prove it to be false in 2 words, I was going to give myself 10 seconds, but that's too much time. I'll destroy you in 2 words, which I can get off pretty quick. 2 words. If y'all want me to destroy him in 2 words, destroy this whole argument, can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah? Let's go. 2 words. Jermell Charlo said, race don't matter, skills pay the bills. Come on, y'all got to get the likes up. Okay, the fans want it. Floyd Mayweather. Done. Your argument dead right there. It's over. If race don't matter because skills pay the bills, then there would be no reason that Floyd got the hate, a fraction of the hate that he got. It's one thing if you want to say DW, Deontay Wilder, is not the most skilled guy or whatever. To each his own. That's your own opinion, whatever. But there's no one that I've ever met that really is not racist and or appreciates the boxing art, you know, the sweet science, that can say Floyd Mayweather is not a skilled fighter. Yet and still, you have Mexican fans, white fans, non-black fans who openly tell you they paid for Floyd's fights, don't like Floyd, paid for his fights because they wanted to see him lose. I know people in that category or those categories, non-black, right, that have told me that personally, that they hate him. I know people right now that don't like Floyd Mayweather. I have conversations in my phone with some of the people, right? And they are watching Floyd fights. They probably watched Logan Paul fight this weekend that they've been betting on him to lose. So he's super skilled. So if race don't matter, all you have to do is be a skilled person. Floyd Mayweather. Another 2 words, Andre Ward. Andre Ward is a skilled guy. So you mean to tell me Andre Ward, I know Andre Ward personally. If you walk up to Andre Ward and say, "Do you know Ego?" He's from the Bay. "Do you know Boxingego?" He's going to tell you yes. I was in other states like New York, and then I was in Starbucks and someone said, "Ego." I look up, it's Andre Ward. That's my guy. He's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been in his gym. He's cool. Andre Ward, no, I know him personally. You know what I'm saying? I got unreleased footage of Andre Ward. Never put on the channel yet. So I can tell you from personal experience, Andre Ward is a student of the game. He's fought his whole life. He made the Bay Area proud. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? In his whole career, you know, I don't know. I can't tell you what everything he does now, but I'm talking about during his career, that wasn't his lane. He dedicated his whole entire life to boxing. I've been in his gym. He working out 3.5 hours. Crazy stuff. Crazy work ethic. Sweating galore. Ask Andre Ward how many shirts he changed when he was working out as a boxer. They used to bring gym bag, like he had like 4 and 5 shirts he has to, because they drenched full of sweat. So Jermell Charlo, what he said is not true. Because Andre Ward don't drink, don't smoke. If he does cuss, he keeps it to a minimum. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really, like, you don't really see him cussing up a storm. He goes to church. He has kids. He has a beautiful wife and family. He takes care of his kids. So he's not like just somebody who just had kids and then ditched out and don't pay child support. Like, one of his kids plays sports, and, you know, maybe more of them. I don't know. You know, this is a God-fearing man. He's biracial. So he black and white. And he got hate galore. People want to see a Russian fighter beat him. Come on, bro. Why? How can you be an American that when the Olympics is on, when it's the 4th of July, you're patriotic? But then when there's a black American who's fighting, like Wilder versus a foreigner, Tyson Fury, you boo him in Las Vegas. Andre Ward, you hoping the Russian knock out the American. But then people watch the Olympics, they be like, "Ooh, Team USA." You ain't Team USA. And if you are Team USA, it's only when it's a team. But if it's one individual versus another individual, and that one individual is black and the other person ain't black, Houston, we have a problem. Your coverage of Ward Kovalev is epic. Facts. Historic stuff. Listen, I told you I'll be in the history books of this boxing game. I did it my way. Frank Sinatra. So Andre Ward always got bad write-ups. Dan Raphael said Ward versus Alexander Brand was like the worst fight HBO ever aired. He said it was a piece of raw sewage. This is what he said. I don't remember. Lomachenko fought fights that nobody wanted to see, like Anthony Corolla. That was horrible. Nobody said this about Lomachenko. He fought Miguel Mariaga, and he got touched up in the fight. His face was all tattered. After the fight, he said Lomachenko, a Caucasian fighter from the Ukraine, he said, "I got to work on my defense." So Floyd Mayweather, let's say you don't like trash talkers. All right, cool. Now that's not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like people who talk a lot of trash. I get that. Okay, fine. But Andre Ward ain't a trash talker. Andre Ward don't have videos of him burning money or acting ignorant. And he part white. Why he ain't embraced? So, and he Olympic gold medalist. He an Olympic gold medalist. You tell me what's the problem then? Race don't matter. Skills pay the bills. We gonna see when Errol Spence, one of Jermell Charlo's partners, fight Pacquiao too. Because just like I remember people was putting Mayweather in the N word when Mayweather beat Pacquiao. So we'll see what happens to Charlo's partner, Errol Spence, should he beat Manny Pacquiao. We'll see if race matters then. Then it's going to be a good opportunity because I could tell you right now it matters. I'm not saying me. I'm talking about the world, other people in it. People already believe Errol Spence is going to win, so they're trying to lessen and take away the win. Oh, Pacquiao's too old. Oh, he's on a long leg. They making excuses right now. Of course, convenient. If 42-year-old Pacquiao sleep Errol Spence, they're gonna say he's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? But sure enough, if the black fighter win, it's gonna be a pre-built excuse on why the Hall of Famer beat everybody, all these other top guys, but could beat Keith Thurman, but couldn't get with Errol Spence. Just watch. My man from Australia, what's up? Niter, what's up? You see, they never bring up Pedraza against Loma when he had his face looking like uncooked steak. He said uncooked steak. Shout out to my boy Niter. Y'all crazy. The man said uncooked steak. That's hilarious. So, like I said, I try not to spend too much time on foolish stuff, especially if I don't have nothing to say, really. But now I got a couple things to say. So we'll see if race matters. Okay, here's another. I could give you examples all day. You know, this is easy for me. Race don't matter in boxing, right? As a content creator, that's BS. Because as a content creator, I've been called racial slurs just for talking about the sport of boxing. Like, I don't care if you like my videos or agree with my pick. Why would that ever come into the fold? Me as a content creator on YouTube, why would I ever need to be called a racial slur because I'm putting out boxing videos, no matter what I said? Because that's not what I say to y'all. I don't put out racial slurs to y'all. You ain't never heard me break down a fight and I say, oh, this dude's a bop, bop, bop. This dude, Phil Florin and Phil. I don't act like that because that's not me. That's not how I was raised. That's not what I feel, right? You have never heard me break down the sport of boxing and call anyone's race, oppress anyone's race, or use a racial slur. Check my track record, search my old tweets. I don't care. You have never heard me do that. You never heard me call like a Chinese man or a Jewish man or a Mexican guy or a black fighter You have never heard me say that, or a Caucasian fighter I don't do that. That's not me. So why would I get called all these names and racial innuendos and slurs and stuff if race don't matter? Skills pay the bills. Clearly, I'm good at what I do, right? Since I've been in boxing for years, I have longevity. You know, I'm like LL Cool J. I got some longevity in this game. I've been doing this 10 plus by myself with, self-funded. I pay for all the fights when I was traveling before the pandemic. The only reason I'm not traveling right now is the pandemic. I pay for all my mic and equipment. So I'm clearly good at what I do. Skills should pay the bills, right? I'm very proficient in audio. I try to have my sound right, have my picture right, Skills pay the bills, right? So why would I ever get called anything like that? So we know it's untrue what he's saying. I've already given you several examples. Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. And the funny thing is, Jermell Charlo himself. You a victim of this, bro. Jermell Charlo has the Ring Magazine belt, but Ring Magazine or Ring TV or whatever does not see fit to have him in the top 10. This is a bad look for Jermell, in my honest opinion. I don't know why he said it. I don't know if he really feels that or if he just tight. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But it's a bad look, bro. Because people out here like myself, you know, and I'm not just saying about me. I don't care about me, whatever. But people out here fighting for the battle for you. The culture is fighting the battle for you to get recognized. Like, bro, I have a video right now called Uncrowned Champion or something. I forgot what I called it, to be honest. But it was the Jermell Charlo story. And it was just about how mainstream old media refuses to crown this man, and he's a beast. That's the whole title. That's the whole thing about the video. Like, how's he not on nobody pound for pound list but mine? And like, you know, some people on YouTube maybe that are fighting the good battle, or Twitter. And you know, when people are doing stuff, like, you can't be an ingrate, you can't be ungrateful to that. You know, it's the fans, and like, whether you believe it or not, channels like mine that uplift the fighters' brands. You know what I mean? Give you a different perspective to look at it. So it's kind of like a spit in the face, to be honest, for Jermell Charlo, because for just to say that, because he's literally a type of person that doesn't get a fair shake. He really don't. He really don't get a fair shake, bro. And that's just what it is. Old media, they not putting him on a pound for pound. Why? Why? You know, and the funny thing is, when people go this route, black people particularly, when they go this route, the bad thing is this: the only people you are impressing are usually the racists and or the shapeshifters. That's the reality of it, man. You know what I mean? The people you really impressing are truly the shapeshifters. Can we please get the likes up? Can we please get the likes up? Yo, can we get the likes up? That's all I'm asking. Like, bro, like we got six. Listen, I'm gonna go for about 5 more minutes. We got double the amount of people in here. What is it, everyone racist that's watching it in secrecy that don't want to hit the like button? Like what's good, bro? What's good? It's just a bunch of people watching it. They're like, nah, I'm just gonna watch it in mystery, bro. That's not gonna happen. We got like 5 minutes. If we can't make the numbers jump, I'll come back later. I tell you, I'm not finna burn my, time up doing all these long streams glued to a chair. No, it's not gonna happen. Jermell knocked out Rosario with the jab. Old media said Rosario took a dive. That's bro. Listen, this is gonna sound so crazy. This is gonna sound so crazy, but test me. If I don't know boxing in the modern era, then test me. I want you to test me. I want you to test me, man. Listen, I want you to test me. I'm about to catch a body, and I want you to test me. Oh my God. Hold on. This boy Niter is a bro. A night. Okay. Niter just sent $140 cash app. Hold on. Big flex. All right. We can keep this going for a minute. You listen, if everybody doesn't give a clap to Niter, the man just look, he just sent $140 cash app right now. Bro, he sent 140. He says, here's $1 for every person watching. Bro, I need everybody. Like, bro, this is next level support. Bro, it's a vampire stream. It's late. I didn't even expect to have many people in here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not my usual hours that I go. You know what I mean? The man just paid for everybody to keep this alive, bro. This man Niter is NYDER. Can we just say thank you, Niter? Bro, he just paid $1 for everybody watching to make the stream worth it. Everybody, please type his name. Just put thank you is NYDER. I need to see that we're tapped in, bro. Now I don't care about the likes just because this man, bro, he just sent $140, bro. we could keep rocking. But it's all thanks to Niter. Cause I'm about to get out. If listen, I told y'all not finna waste my time. Bro, look, the man sent $140 cash app. Thank you, Niter. Thank you, Niter. Now we can cook in peace. Listen, I'm not finna let the YouTube algorithm or whatever box me out. We gonna make moves regardless. Shout out to Niter, legend. So let me keep cooking because Niter saved the chat for y'all. So first of all, just a quick recap. I've never met a black man from Texas that didn't know racism is a thing, right? Personally, I've never met someone that would say that racism doesn't matter, or racism isn't a big deal, or it's somehow extinct or whatever. Two, if skills pay the bills and racism doesn't matter, right? Then Floyd Mayweather should be heralded by all. Andre Ward should be heralded by all. Everybody should look at these fighters as like, the model citizens. Period. That's what should happen. But that's not what happens. And we know this. Jermell Charlo, he should be on no matter if you like his statement or not, he's a great fighter. And he's fighting all the tough, he running through 154, minus Castano, which he's about to fight. And Swift Jared Hurd, he really fought pretty much everyone. And Lada, he didn't fight Lada. But everyone else, he run through that division. He doing a damn good job. Ring Magazine don't even have the ring champion who's one click away from undisputed. They didn't even put him on the pound for pound list. Oh, shout out to see. Ooh, you got Boss Hog from Texas right there. Trail Boxing Talk. Yeah. He from Texas, bro. Let me hear what he talking about. See, he from Texas. Let me see. Appreciate you. TBT, check him out. $10. Good stuff, Ego. It's unfortunate to watch many of these guys destroy their brands and the respect of their fan base. I'm very disappointed in Jermell. I am a longtime supporter of his. He from Texas. I was in Texas and I met him in Texas, and he from Texas. Shout out to you. Shout out to Trill Boxing Talk. Bro, it is disappointing. Mel is a great fighter. It's crazy. It's like somebody going into a senior citizen home and just opening fire and killing the old ass lady or something. It's like, that's such a senseless crime. Like, why did you do that? Like, you have beef with a 90-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing we don't get. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are just really hurt. Jermell, he might wild out, wig out, and say, oh, Ego, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm just giving you my honest take like I always do. You know what I mean? I just feel like the whole thing was senseless. Like, the whole thing was about Wilder and Fury, and he made a statement about white privilege, which is absolutely a thing, and especially in boxing is a thing. And then Jermell said, race don't matter. And you're like, what? Skills pay the bills. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, I would like to see a follow-up. I would like I seen him say he don't care or something like that. He said, I don't give a uck. You know what I mean? I've seen something like that, but I would really be anxious to see like him expand more on that or something, because the way it came across didn't really, I just can't understand it. Like I said, I ain't never met no one from Texas that didn't know the drilly, that was black. You know what I mean? Bro, there's no black YouTube channel that probably hasn't been had been hurled a racial slur. It's period. It's just what it is, bro. Like they went in their comment section and just seen something. Or just like I could pull up right now. Videos about Devin Haney, who looked great. He looked great minus that 10 seconds where he got clipped. But then he handled it like a vet. And there's people like, you blacks keep crying. All you blacks. How could anyone say it's not about race? Like, why would you, first of all, why would you try to hate on Devin's performance? You got Ryan Garcia, little ass, pulling out of fights because he got a headache or whatever's wrong with him. And then Devin Haney shines, you know what I mean? He has the first time working with, I think, Ben Davison. He's been working with his pops, and he did great 10 second, like fell asleep at the wheel or whatever. And then he ate it, didn't get dropped. White fighter like Lomachenko got dropped by Lenatas. A Ukrainian white fighter like Lomachenko got dropped by the same man. A white fighter, Caucasian fighter from Great Britain, Luke Campbell, got dropped by Lenatas. Devin got hurt and stayed upright and staggered a little bit to his corner. But the black fighter gets treated like he got slept. It's the end of the world for Dev because of that 10-second moment. So regardless of what you've seen round after round, Devin was doing, looking like the new, pretty boy Floyd. None of that mattered because of that 10 seconds. And he didn't even go down. Now all of a sudden he got glass chin. No one will lose to him. T.O., who could be fighting him. Ryan could be fighting. Everybody could sleep him now. Like, come on, bro. You can't say, listen, you can't cautiously say, like consciously and cautiously say that race don't matter, bro. If race don't matter, I think Jermell will be on the pound for pound on everybody's list. It's like Jay-Z said, I'm supposed to be on everybody's list. Let's see what happens when I no longer exist. You know what I mean? Like, race don't matter. Race don't matter. But, and the other thing that's crazy is like that, it's so disappointing because I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? His brother, another dope fighter. People make excuse after excuse for his black brother to not fight Triple G. Like, to not get the fight. To not get the... Listen, have you noticed? Tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Call me out on my ish. Have you noticed it is only acceptable from the racist and old media for Jermell Charlo to fight a black fighter? If you ask old media who Jermell Charlo can fight that's acceptable, they'll say Danny Jacobs and they'll say Demetrius Andrade. But anytime you utter Canelo or you utter Triple G, that's off limits. Now, the only other person that comes to mind is a Mexican-American fighter who's not even in Charlo's division, David Benavidez. And once again, it's a piece of the same poison. In case you haven't figured it out, people want to see Jermell move out of 160 and immediately fight the bigger fighter, who's a great fighter, David Benavidez, because he would have a size disadvantage just going straight up. So they like Benavidez's chances. So the racists are going to push for that fight so much to the point where even though they're not in the same division, they're going to say, you need to fight Benavidez or you're ducking. Perfect example is Randy Moss and Terrell Owens. Enough said. I mean, if you black or if you study anything black, you could think of a million examples. Jackie Robinson, 2-4. Listen, 2-4. Jackie Robinson. He was so good, they didn't want him to play. Imagine a world where you're a Hall of Famer, you're Hall of Fame material, 2-4, Jackie Robinson, you are so good, they don't want you to play. You corrupting the game. Like, can you imagine if the NBA was like that today? And if you wasn't Larry Bird or JJ Redick or Luka or Porzingis, you couldn't play? Like, think about how dope LeBron James is. Think about how dope Michael Jordan was, how dope Kobe Bryant was, right? Imagine if these guys didn't get to play based on segregation and the machine, the system, racism, oppressed them and tried to remove them so they couldn't have an opportunity. Bro, who would want to see Dirk Nowitzki, Porzingis, Luka, and that's it. No Steph Curry, no LeBron, no AI, no Kobe. Bro, the league will be washed. That's just the reality. But the racists have this inferiority complex where they don't want to give you too much power. They don't want to give too much power. But any sport, imagine any sport. Look at tennis. The girl that just had the mental issue. And guess what? What's her name? With the Naomi or whatever, with the mental that she just pulled out. Oh my gosh. The chick, man, he said they would they wouldn't make no bread. Somebody tell me this chick name. Why I'm drawing the blank. Naomi, yeah. Naomi Osaka, bro. You had Pierre Morgan, a British white guy who reamed her for pulling out with mental health shit. But your boy Ryan Garcia out here, and he pulling out of like, bro, boxing. He pulling out of boxing, which is years and decades and centuries of like just straight up people fighting with eyes falling out and fighting till they die and all types of shit. And he pulling out for mental health issues. Yeah, I seen she's dating Corday. She was wearing a shirt too. Naomi Osaka, shout out to her. She pulled out from the French Open, right? Naomi, shout out to Naomi. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyway, my bad. Naomi Osaka pulled out. She said the media, all the press, a little stress, whatever, pulled out. She getting attacked for pulling out of a tennis match. Ryan Garcia, he pulled out, and everybody's like babying him. Man, come on, bro. Everybody babying Ryan. Everybody babying him like, oh, bro. Baby black people. How about that? Black people, the one with their knees in their neck until they die and shit like that. Where's the sympathy for that? That's what I'm trying to understand, bro. Bro, listen, I can't speak for everybody, but if you black, your blood pressure, genetically, your blood pressure, you could be prone to high blood pressure based on genetics, diabetes, sickle cell, autoimmune diseases. You're more likely categorically and statistically to get pulled over and maybe don't go back to your family, right? These are all facts. So if anybody in this planet, and I'm not trying to sound like some like victimhood or whatever, because anytime you talk some real stuff, people say, oh, you're being a victim and shit like that. I'm telling you facts. You more likely to go jail or get a longer sentence. These are facts, right? If anybody should be pulled out because they can't like handle the ailments of life, it's probably some other people than the people that are doing it. Like if you Native American, okay, you've been through some stuff. Bro, Native Americans are almost extinct because of what's happened throughout history, bro. Black people, you know what I'm saying? But it's Ryan from Victorville. He the one pull it that can't. Bro, Tank's boy just died. Frank, I got a video on my phone of him too. I might send that to Tank because he might want that for memory. Bro, Tank's man's, I think his name Big Frank. Rest in peace to him. He just died, bro. And Tank ain't pull it out of no fights. He on pay-per-view, all the spotlight on him and stuff like that. And he's trying to maintain. Like, I know that's a huge loss to him, but I'm just saying, like, bro, where's the WBC and all these motherfuckers sympathy for Tank? Bro, this man, I'm not Dateline and shit. I don't know, but I've been to Baltimore. Baltimore rough, bro. Listen, if you fear for your safety, if you're like real paranoid, I'd rather live in Victorville than Baltimore. Straight like that, bro. I guarantee you Baltimore got per capita more killings, more homicide, more genocide, more, violent crimes, more drug addicts and drug usage and more poverty. I promise you. Bro, hell no, bro. If you could listen, If someone says, would you rather, if you didn't want to be in the ghetto, would you rather go to the roughest area of Victorville or the roughest area of Baltimore? You're choosing Victorville. I can assure you that. Bro, I had been to Baltimore, bro. Listen, shout out to B More where they see more. You going to Victorville, dog. It's just what it is. Like, I'm not trying to ish on nobody block or whatever, but bro, you don't want to be in the roughest parts of Baltimore. You really don't. I'm a big dude. I can handle myself and shit. You know what I mean? But you don't want it, bro. Trust me on that one. Trust me. Like Baltimore is really with the smoke. I promise you. I promise you though. Like listen, there's certain areas more so than other US states and cities that's really known for the smoke. I can give you a few of them. New York, it definitely got places. Uh Patterson, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? New Jersey got some, I think maybe Camden, DC, Baltimore, Chicago. Yeah, if you go to Chicago, you might not, you know what I mean? Yeah, you feel me? Hood to hood DVD. You know what I mean? Detroit, Flint. If you come out my way, California, Richmond, Vallejo, Fairfield's even getting worse. Oakland, San Francisco, HP, Hunters Point, Fillmore. Where else? NorCal, Stockton, Sacramento, South Sac, bro. South Sac, crazy. My family from Oak Park. Stop playing with me, bro. My parents from Oak Park. South Sac will get you. South Sac will get you. I promise you that. Like, listen on everything. Where you think Mozzie from? Bro, my family is from Oak Park, South Sac. Bro, they'll get you out there. LA, we know LA. LA up in this. Richmond, Oakland, Modesto, Stockton. Man, come on, bro. Victorville would be way lower on the list, bro. Way lower. Trust me on this one. Trust me. Yeah, South Sac in the building right now. Tell them, John. South Sac got some areas. Go to Florence. Man, come on, bro. So Texas, I don't know if I said Texas, but Texas, they'll get you, bro. Ryan pulling out of fights, but Naomi Osaka is the center of controversy because she pulled out with mental health. Man, come on, bro. And Mel said that race don't matter. Askar Hussein, my boy said, I'm from Chicago and I had to do my research. Man, what the hell? Bro, you two be tripping. I'm in the middle of reading his let me put it on the screen. I'm in the middle of reading his super chat. Appreciate you, Askar Hussein. And it disappeared. It just went off the screen. Like, what? He says, I'm from Chicago. I had to do my research. I didn't know B More was the real deal. Bruh. Oh, okay. I went to Tank's fight in Baltimore, right? True story. Y'all know I'll be on my Starbucks. Bro, I just go to whatever Starbucks that was on the little GPS. You know what I mean? Like, Tank's fight was at whatever little venue. The shit ended. And I try to go to the closest Starbucks. When I tell you I have never been in a Starbucks like this, I tell you I've never been in a Starbucks. First of all, this is a true story. When I went to Baltimore and I went to Starbucks, every employee was black. Like every barista, every person, everyone that worked there was black. So that experience was already new. Because out here in Cali, it's never like that. You know what I'm saying? I never been to a Starbucks where it was all black people. When's the last time? Listen, be real. When have you ever went to a Starbucks and everybody working and there was like 6, 7 people there? They was all black. Have you ever been to an all black, bro? Listen, anybody who been to Starbucks, you ever been to a Starbucks that was just everybody in there was black? Everybody. Like, bro, black customers, black kids, black baristas, black coffees, black drink, black tables. Like, bro, it's just all black. It was the Black Album and I'm back. Bro, everybody in there was black. Everybody. Like, I didn't see. So I don't even know what side of Baltimore. I don't know what side I was on. Everybody in the whole Starbucks. I've never been to any Starbucks where everything was black. Walls was black. They mop was black. The baristas was black. Black manager. Black children. Black daughter, bro. Black roses. Like everything was black. Black coffee, bro. Everything was black. So, so they was blacking out there. Like, this is a true story, bro. And the baristas look like they might have done hard time. Bro, he was like not all the way swole, but kind of lean swole. You ever seen that? Like that hood dude shape. Like he wasn't like Tukey Williams, but he was like lean, like that lean. You know, bro. You know when somebody's like hood swole, it's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger swole. I'll get to the chopper. Not swole like Arnold, but they got them like skinny cuts, but kind of a little bit of mass to them. Bro, so he was like that, bro. Tats everywhere. Motherfuckers is everyone look like Kodak Black. Man, Baltimore different. I'm just trying to tell you what it is. He said they hired dudes out the feds. Bro, I don't know where they hired, bro. He had gold ones. Now, Tyron Woodley is swole. Nah, he wasn't like that. Keep grinding ego. By the way, Charlo should be ashamed. Truth keeper, I appreciate you. Bro, he's like, yeah, what you haven't? Bro, what you haven't? When you ever been to a Starbucks that say what you haven't? Like, bro, there's no high and like what's good, bro. He said, what you haven't? Baltimore different, bro. I thought I was in the episode of The Wire fucking around with B More. What the hell? Bro, listen to me. I've been around some places, bro. He said that jail body. Yeah. Like where you was on the toilet doing dips and shit. So you got them skinny cuts and shit. Like prison workout cuts and shit. Bro, Baltimore is different. He said, what you have. Like, bro. Bro. And I said, man, he didn't have no gloves, nothing. This was before COVID, but still, like, this motherfucker didn't have no, bro. Oh, that's the other thing. He had an apron, but he didn't even tie his shit in the back. You know how, bro, you go to other Starbucks, everyone got their apron tied. Bro, his shit was just flowing. He's like walking to the toaster and shit to put my breakfast sandwich in, and the apron just flying around and shit. Bro, he wouldn't even tie his shit. And as soon as, listen, this how you know it was a hood ass Starbucks. As soon as he took my order, I don't know if it was the manager or what, but he said, I'm on break. And he just left. Like, how you just tell your man? He said, I'm on break. I think he said on break. Like, he didn't even like enunciate or nothing. He just took my order and beep boop on break and left. Like, what? Bro, there was a Caitlin in there. Listen. Shout out to everybody that watch my channel. Baltimore got some Caitlin. Listen, I ain't discriminating. I'm just telling you what I seen out there. Listen, I ain't discriminating. Whatever you like doing, and because please don't try to say, oh, egos against this. I know it's Pride Month and all that. Bro, Baltimore, if you looking for, you know what I'm saying, the Caitlyn Jenner, Baltimore might kind of got that work over there in some spot, bro. And he was on the phone, or she, excuse me, was on the phone and shit. Bro, it was just a different Starbucks. I ain't never been to no Starbucks like that. The other thing, bro, Baltimore, I'm just telling you, Baltimore is different, bro. They was doing construction and the whole street was blocked off. Like they just blocked the whole, like there was, you had to go like all the way around the whole city to get to where it was. There was like, they said, someone said something like the water pipe busted. So they just blocked the whole city off. So the traffic was stupid slow. Man, Baltimore's rough. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, if Tank made it out of that, this motherfucker's a national treasure. He's a hero. Baltimore is not playing with your bitch ass, bro. Okay, last Baltimore story. I was only there for a week and I got hella Baltimore stories. No, I got two more. Listen. Who's seen Army of the Dead? It's a new Netflix with Dave Bautista. Who's seen Army of the Dead? Anybody seen Army of the Dead with Dave Bautista? It just dropped on Netflix last month. Shout out to David. Okay, a couple of people seen. Okay, certain sections of Baltimore, the extras from that movie was there, bro. The knocks that Baltimore had, they had them real like the rough part. I don't know where I was, to be honest, but they had this rough part where some of the people is really off of that, like Sherm or something, like they off of something. Cause they like you see videos on YouTube where people like they zombied out, you know what I'm saying? Bro, they zombied out. They after heroin. They are or something. Bro, they zombied out standing up. Like this dude was like standing up, like he was hitting the Michael, like he was hitting the MJ standing up. So I've learned, bro. He was hitting the genuine, like even though I might be on TV, I can just be me. Bro, they off that Flocka. Bro, he was tripping. Bro, he said, same OG. Even though I might be on TV. Bro, he was on that Flocka. It's crazy, bro. Like some people, it's real out there. I'm trying to tell you. Be more real. I got family from there. I've been out there. They don't be playing around. I told you, bro. Even that, they don't even be playing with that accent shit. Just the way they say, oh, on the avenue, bro, that accent, bro. That's how you can tell when they try about to smack. Get off the avenue, bro. You finna get whacked out there, bro. Fuck around on the avenue, I don't know how they even do that with that accent shit, bro. Bro, you would get smacked on that avenue, you know. Shout out to my boy Niner. All right, last Be More story. I was only out there a week, but I got so many. This how you know Baltimore hood. Day 7-Eleven was closed. Bro, on the avenue, bro, Baltimore is so hood that 7-Eleven closed. Bro, 7-Eleven don't close. Like I'm from Cali, cut. Listen, I'm from Cali, cut. 7-Eleven don't close. That shit's supposed to stay open 24/7. It's called 7-Eleven, bro. They closed the 7-Eleven. I was in my hotel, thirsty as hell. I want some Gatorade, some electrolytes, damn near dehydrated. I took an Uber on the avenue, and I went to 7-Eleven. They closed it. They said because the Caitlins was like breaking in and fighting or some shit. I was like, oh my God, bro. Yeah, bro, there's a couple Caitlins like that knocked the shelves down or some shit. So they had to cancel it. Like the owner was like, hell no. Like, hell no. He closed the whole thing. So I had to go to a different 7-Eleven. I was like, man, sorry, this little Uber chick. She was cool though. Bro, she took me on the avenue, the two. Man, Baltimore is rough. So, bro, if Tank can come from that and he ain't pulling out with the little dog, nah, y'all tripping with shit. Y'all tripping. Y'all go, bro. Y'all have Baltimore running up on me and shit. Hey, man, I heard them jokes. But listen, if Tank can come from Baltimore, I don't want to hear shit from Ryan. That's my personal opinion. But y'all say race don't matter, bro. Y'all say race don't matter, but Ryan Garcia get babied. He get babied for pulling out. Oh, man, come on, bro. Yeah, man. The male Charlo comments, ultimately, it's not true. We just know it, man. Like Just look at how Wilder's treated. Shout out to Jay Grant. Shout out to Patrick Smith. You telling the truth. I barely seen any fast restaurants in the hood. I seen mom and pop food spots. Facts. Baltimore got some good people though. I met a lot of cool people. There's fans and stuff taking pictures of me. Baltimore got cool people. So it's not all like crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's good people. They have some fine chicks too. I seen some fine chicks. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. But I'm just saying certain parts. If you go to certain parts, you know, it's a lot of traffic and some other stuff. If you need that on the avenue, on the avenue, bro. So um yeah, man. The comment, it just doesn't make sense. I could do this all day. Okay, how come Jermall Charlo? How come Jermall Charlo? Right? Anytime you ask for a fight with Canelo, you always hear everything but that's a good fight. Every time Jermall Charlo's name is put with Triple G, oh no, he can't fight him. But listen, okay, just explain if there's no race in boxing, right? Skills pay the bill. Jermall Charlo is skilled. Why don't you want to see him fight Canelo? Why don't you want to see him fight Triple G if skills pay the bills? So Jermell says skills pay the bills, race don't matter. So in my view, Jermall Charlo is way more skilled than a lot of guys Canelo has recently fought. His style, I like his style versus Canelo a lot better than a lot of guys Canelo has recently fought. So if race don't matter, how come that fight didn't happen? And how come it is never accepted if you tell Canelo to fight Jermall Charlo? You always hear fans say, oh, the blah, blah, you blacks just wait your turn and all this stupid shit. But race don't matter. You know what I mean? How can you be a Canelo fan, right? And you're okay with him fighting average Pilgrim, a mandatory, but not mandatory Jermall Charlo. Race don't matter. Skills pay the bills. So you mean to tell me average Pilgrim, Avni Yildirim, coming off a loss and a 2-year layoff, he more of a factor than Jermall Charlo, who just cooked Derevyanchenko, who really beat Triple G, and it should have been a unification? Is that what you mean to tell me? Come on, bro. Canelo fighting hella European fighters and Turkish fighters. Like I've been telling you. But the race don't matter, according to Jermell. I could do this on and on and on. And Jermell Charlo got a ringside with the Lions episode that I seen, and he went into a bougie, like a rich, like clothing store, right? And he said he was being profiled. Now, I don't think it was by a non-black person, right? I don't think it was against a non. I don't think it was a non-black person, but he still said he was being profiled because he was his entourage. It's on his own ringside with the Lions. So how can you say race don't matter, but you went into a bougie clothing store and you said they was tripping off you and your crowd and your people, and you rich as hell and have all this money, so you could clearly afford the clothes. So why did they treat you like that? And it's not just you. There's a lot of people. I know people that got bread, but they also have a certain skin color. And when they go into certain spots like Tiffany's or Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus or Saks Fifth Ave, then all of a sudden people start following them and keep trying to customer service them as if they're going to steal something. But race don't matter. So why? So how? Okay, out of all the people that walk into this weak ass store, how come when certain people walk in, they get profiled? You see what I'm saying? They get profiled and followed around the store, or get the asset protection people to put the cameras on them. Like, you hear these stories all the time. Listen, race don't matter, but I just watched a video with Dominique Wilkins, and he got turned away from exquisite, nice cuisine place in Atlanta. This man, Dominique Wilkins, is darker complected, but he's an Atlanta legend. Okay, so in case you don't know basketball, he played for the Atlanta Hawks. He's tall as hell. He should be he's a staple of Atlanta culture because of what he did, bro. This is like one of the greatest Atlanta Hawks players ever, right? He just recently, he was on, I don't know what it was, CNN or whatever. And he just said he went to an Atlanta restaurant where he should be revered as like a sports icon for what he did for that city and the money he brought to that city. And he said he got profiled and he said they wouldn't let him in. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. Right. And he said they wouldn't let him in because they said his shoes were too athletic. And he said he was dressed nice and he was dressed better than half of the people in there. And then he said he looked over and he sees some white fellas or some white dudes, and they were dressed down even worse than him. And they was sitting out there. And he was like, yo, how me and my wife can't get a seat and I'm dressed nice and you're saying it's my shoes, but then they dressed down and they white and they, you know what I'm saying? And they got worse shoes than me. But race don't matter. So once again, it just doesn't make sense. And anybody who believes like it just doesn't make sense. Anybody who believes that there's racism in the world, but it just stays away from boxing, how could that even be? How can there be racism in this world and you know there's race? Look, okay, if this last year told you nothing, right? If this last year it told you that race is still an issue, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor. His brother just wore like a shirt or said, rest in peace to Breonna Taylor or something like that ahead of the Derevchenko fight. So how do we not know race matters? What happened in those situations? You see what I'm saying? So it's just, it's a fallacy. It's not true. It's not true. Now, I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. Jermell Charlo says race doesn't matter, right? Skills pay the bills. You know, I like to say the best for last. TMZ. What does that say? Jermell Charlo vows to sue Jim over alleged racial incident. But race doesn't matter. So in 2018, April of 2018, this came about. Jermell, twin Jermell Charlo, says he vows to sue a gym over a racial incident. But race doesn't matter?
They didn't let you in is because you are black. I'm a black man and they didn't let me in. They let all these other races in. They let them all in and they didn't let me and my black crew in. And do you think it's because you are black? No other reason? Yeah, no other reason. The lady was just looking us up and down, looking at her. I'm like, man, we're boxers. We're professional boxers. Ain't no smoking weed over here. We don't smoke no weed. We're boxers trying to make weight. We're boxers training. We're trained fighters. Yeah. You know? Yeah, address that fact. She said somebody smelled like weed. Did you or anybody in your team smoke before the gym? Absolutely not. Nobody amongst my team smoked before the gym. The guy that actually smoked was one of their employees, and he worked there. And he's a white man that walked in. A white man that smokes weed walked in, smelling like weed, and they blamed it on us, and they kicked us out and called the cops on us. What do you want to see happen, Jermell? Man, I first off, I'm gonna hit up my lawyers because it's wrong. It's very wrong. I'm gonna hit up the lawyers and I'm gonna see what they want to do. But really, what I want Lifetime to do is I don't want no membership from them. I don't want nothing from them. They owe me big. They owe me big time, and I'm gonna get it from them. They wrong for that because that was also a part of my career that they was hindering. Yeah, absolutely. Would an apology mean anything to you, or do you want more? Apology? What is an apology gonna do for me? I want it way bigger than that. I want people in the world to understand and see that not only do regular people go through this, athletes as well, people with money, all these people go through this. America needs to change this type of stuff. And I think they should break down and really get deeper into the consequences when companies or any individual do this to someone.
Are you considering filing a lawsuit against the gym?
I'm definitely filing a lawsuit against Lifetime.
So that was the incident that he experienced, and now I guess it's changed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. You have to ask him why he said that. I don't really know. But he went into it. Like he said they were hindering my career. He tried to get into a gym and he said something, they wouldn't let him in, said they smell like weed. Weed is now, not at that time, but it's now legal too. So I don't know. I don't know why he put that, to be honest. But anyway, people wanted me to talk and say my thing. That's really good what I gotta say. He knows that's not true. I mean, he said he went through an experience. He experienced racism. That's what he said. So how does race not matter? But you went through a situation where you said you were profiled, you and your crew. He said me and my black crew was profiled, and then they hindered my career because they wouldn't let us work out there. And we professional boxers. And then he said some white dude walked in and he actually smoked weed and he got in no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense, bro. So you can't experience racism, and then walk it back and say like it don't matter. Like, you experienced it, so how does it not matter? I thought skills pay the bills. And he said he was going to sue them. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm going to tell you straight like this. There's nobody in this planet that's non-black that can tell me what it is to be a black person. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. I don't want to hear from anybody, there's nobody on this planet that is not black that can tell me what it is to be a black man. It doesn't work. It doesn't. If you are not black, how can you decipher what happens and the experiences and lifetime events of something you are not? Like, I'm a tall guy. I can easily reach into all my shelves. When I'm in a crowd when the San Francisco Giants won and I went to San Francisco for the parade, I could see over everybody, right? I can't tell you what it feels like to be short my whole life because I haven't been short my whole entire life. Do you see what I'm saying? How can somebody who's tall tell all the struggles and like, okay, a guy, let's say Napoleon's saying, man, dating women's hard. I'm only 5'4", and girls look down upon me and they feel awkward because they're wearing 5-inch heels and I look so short and I feel insecure. I would never say, nah, that's bullshit. That's not what happened. And he's like, man, I gave myself a concussion. I was reaching in the cupboard and I dropped a can on my head trying to reach. I would never look towards a short person telling me what they go through in their experiences as a short individual, me not being a short person, and say, nah, that's not true. How can I do that, bro? How can I tell a short man who's been short for the last 15 years and dated and all that these aren't experiences or insecurities or whatever that you go through? How could I do that? Just the same way, if you're not black, you ain't gonna tell me what it feels like and what you go through. Oh yeah, you're pulling the race card. Shut the fuck up. You can't experience if you've never experienced it. That's like, I can't tell you the experience of being a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. I'm not a woman. I don't have blonde hair and I don't have blue eyes. So how, like, what is the disconnect? So if a girl says, "Oh, every time I go to New York and I go to a flea market, people just yell blah 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 and say this to me," as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, like walking through some flea market or some hood area, I can't tell you what she experiences because that's not me. If I walk through that same area, they're not going to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that we tell the correct story, and we can't allow people who never experience what others experience to denounce that these things are happening. It just doesn't work that way. Like I've seen videos where women have hidden cameras and the camera's just following and detailing how many guys are catcalling them and touching them and yelling obscenities and stuff like that. That has never happened to me. I'm a man. I'm a big guy at that. So you know what I'm saying? When I go through any city I went through, ain't nobody just catcalled me and like a bunch of people like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" whistling at me. That's not what happens. You know what I'm saying? And if it did happen, it's not like ongoing. Like a man can jog down the street and nobody rolls their window down and yells nothing out. Nobody whistles at them necessarily. You see what I'm saying? So what the hell would I look like telling a chick that she's saying every time I go up this trail, I'm big chested. Every time I go up this trail and I'm jogging and bouncing, perverts yelling stuff and catcalling and whistling out the window. And I'm like, no, that doesn't happen. So how you gonna tell black people what black people experience? You see what I'm saying? That's why it's disappointing for Mel to have said it because he just told you he experienced it. I'm talking about other people. I'm talking about old media. You can't tell me shit. You can't tell me shit. I've lived it. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? As a content creator, I've been called names, racial stuff, slurs, racial things. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me about the experiences I have? You're not me. They not me for starters in multiple ways. Your channel ain't popping. You suck. You don't work as hard as me. So you can't tell me about my experiences. You know what I mean? And it's that simple. So let the record show. Ain't nobody non-black gonna tell me what it feels like to be a black man. You can't. Just the same way I can't tell you what it feels like to be a woman or to get catcalled by a bunch of weird, creepy men. So we gotta appreciate everybody's experience. And first of all, we have this thing in this society where people tell their truth, and then people say, "Oh, you're just you're a race card. You're making excuses." I ain't making shit. I'm telling you what's going on was good. The same way if a girl told me, "Hey, these guys at my work, I'm the only girl that works there. I'm a secretary, and they always harass me. They me too me." Then I wouldn't denounce what she's saying. I wouldn't say it's not true. You're a liar. You know what I mean? But when you black in America, that's what they try to do. They try to suppress it. Oh, keep enduring it and shut up. So the whole comment that Mel said was not true. It's just that simple. It's not true. Race does matter in boxing. Race matters in everything. So why would it not matter in boxing? That's all I want to know. If race matters throughout the rest of the world, why would it just exclude boxing? Tell me. I'm dying to hear this. Make sure y'all get my likes up. If race matters throughout the rest of the world, why would it not affect boxing? This is like, okay, here's an example. Let's say Rona, COVID, right? The vid is a virus, influenza, that can be spread through your orifices or airborne, right? It knows no boundaries. It doesn't go after only black people. It doesn't go after only white people. It doesn't go after only old people. People in perfect health have got and been victims and fallen to the Rona, right? So the same way, there's no, it's not like when you watch let's say a DVD and they're region coded, like PAL is for UK and NTSC is for America. There's no region code for an influenza. It doesn't care who it gets sick. You see what I'm saying? So like the Rona, that would be like saying the Rona is everywhere in this planet, you know, obviously worse in some areas. But if you sick with this, you can spread it no matter, you could be in Australia and it's spread it. They got it down to 0. And then all of a sudden, some people traveled in and, you know, during the quarantine process, got other people sick. So now they have lockdown right now in Australia. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is this: Rona knows no boundaries. It's a sickness, it's an influenza, it's a virus, right? So that's like saying the Rona is everywhere but the Bay Area. Like you can have less cases, but if you get sick people with the Rona, then they can spread it no matter where you're at. So racism is like an influenza. It's like a virus. It doesn't care who it hurts his feelings and who it oppresses and where it's at. So it's liable to be anywhere. California, Texas, New York, you know, South Africa. Like, bro, racism is racism, you know? So at the end of the day, if racism is similar to an influenza and it can infect any area, given the right elements or the right people or the right mindset, then why would it not be in boxing? That's my question to you. Or how would it not be in boxing? Racism is just said, hey, the only sport in the world where it's one-on-one and you got to think only with your fist in Mortal Kombat. Let's stay away from that fight. We don't want to taint it up. We want to preserve the integrity of that fight where it could be a Mexican guy versus a black guy, or a black guy versus a white guy, or a Puerto Rican guy versus a Mexican guy. One-on-one. That's the one sport that we don't. So all this other stuff is predominantly rugby, NBA, MLB, hockey, all these other team sports, NFL. All this stuff is a team sport. You think racism is going to stay away from the one sport where you're battling for your life and you're battling for bragging rights, and you see these creative like matchups where people from all walks of life and backgrounds meet in a contest, or almost a kumite, like blood sport, in a blood sport, right? That's the one sport you think is unaffected? Get out of here, bro. Boxing is the most racist sport because, again, you have Logan Paul, who's Caucasian, and you have Mayweather, who's an African-American black person, right? So if you have racist thinking, that's what you see. Now, I'm not saying everybody that watches boxing is racist, but if you were already a racist person, you're not going to stay away from boxing if you like the sport, and it's going to only enhance or heighten your beliefs, especially when you see certain matchups. You see boxing is, you see so much national pride. You see everyone like, oh, my fighter won't lose to your fighter. So it's the most. Like, bro, let Tank fight Ryan Garcia and tell me there's no racism. If they fight, you're going to see it. I'm not saying I condone it. I'm telling you the realities. Like, you can live in a fake world, or like, here's the thing. When dealing with racism, people are so stupid. The messengers and the people who keep it real on this subject, the real racists try to project and try to make it sound like you're the problem. You're race baiting, right? It's not that you're race baiting by identifying a problem. No more than a doctor diagnosing your sickness, He didn't give you the sick. Like if you go to the Planned Parenthood or you go to a doctor's office and you got chlamydia, he didn't give you chlamydia. He just diagnosed what it was. So it's a ridiculous. Oh, you're race baiting. So if you go to a doctor and you got the clap and you go tell you go tell the doctor he's STD baiting. You see how foolish? Listen how stupid that sounds. You go to the doctor's office and they run tests because you say, "Hey, doc, it burns when I pee," and they're like, "Oh, let's figure out what this is." And you run the blood test and the pee test and all that, and he says, "Oh, we got your test back, and you got the clap. Just make it clap. Just make it clap. You got the clap, bro." So when you go tell the doctor he's STD baiting because he brought it up, these dudes are stupid, bro. These dudes are real like stupid. You bring it up, it's like a fart. You smelt it, you dealt it. Cause you addressed the real, then you the one that did it. Like, bro, it's stupid. It's like I don't sell drugs, but for me to say there's no drugs in the city I live in is stupid. You know what I'm saying? These dudes people are ridiculous, bro. You know, you don't have to sell drugs to admit that in the neighborhood in certain parts, whether you know it or not, there's people in your city that they moving that rock. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. Just because you don't do it, don't mean that others ain't. So just because you ain't racist, don't mean that it's not happening. Just like I said with the analogy with the drugs in your city, you could have a stand-up 9 to 5 banker's job. You can never do drugs or peddle drugs or move weight, but that don't mean other people ain't doing it. So when people start bringing this to your attention, say, "Hey, there's drugs, in San Francisco," or "Hey, there's drugs in Baltimore," and you're like, "No, there's not. This is a clean city." Like it might be clean for you, but that don't mean it's clean for everybody. That's the same thing with racism. You might not do it personally, but don't ever for a minute try to denounce it and act like because you don't personally do it or your circle or whatever is not that way. You can never say that it don't happen because there's many of us that can tell you that it happens. Like I said, there's no black channel that has boxing videos that has not experienced certain name calling, racial slurs and stuff. I promise you that. Ask them. You know what I'm saying? Or stereotypes of generation. Oh, you blacks are making excuses. Oh, you black people just keep complaining. Bro, there's no black channel. That's why I come up with the black channel. What are the black, bro? The whole joke. Come on, bro. Nah, I just woke up at 7 a.m. East Coast. Ego really to go. I'm that dude, bro. Y'all know I'm that boy. Let's get it. Man, I ain't playing no games this year. I told you. So anyway, that's my response video. People wanted to know what I thought. I really didn't think too much of it because there's only one way to think is untrue. Whatever he said is untrue. So I don't know why he said that. You gotta ask him. Anyway, appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. More great content. There's no real fights on Saturday, I don't think, today. So we got the Floyd fight tomorrow. I've been called racial slurs just from commenting on YouTube. See? Look, so you can't listen. If people are speaking up with their own personal experiences, how can you say, "Oh, you're liars"? So I'm lying, Kane the bad guy's lying. Other people, like I said, ask every black YouTuber if they've been called names on this platform, racial names, right? So everybody's just lying. Everybody's in one, everybody's in cahoots to race bait or whatever that people say. Daniel Dubois fights that. Man, I ain't really checking for that, bro. He fighting Bogdad Inu or whatever. Bogdad Din. No, I ain't really. That's because and it's gonna be on probably at like 1 p.m. for me. I said Floyd is a black hero. Somebody said it was hate talk. Bless ego. I suffer racist slurs from gaming. I told you, bro. That's what I'm saying. Even if you play a game like Call of Duty, if you play online, them motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, I get out my face. You're a monkey." And like, bro, they gonna say, "Nah, bro." Trust me. I used to be on Call of Duty. I ain't played no video games in a while, but you go on Call of Duty online, you start hearing all types of crazy stuff. You got the little headset. You shout out, "Yeah, I got you." Shut up, bro. You hear it just freely being said, man. Man, Tommy Fury, no, bro. Who's even fighting, bro? I don't even think they ever announced his opponent, so I know it's gonna be trash, bro. If your opponent said TBA up until today, then your opponent it gotta be trash, bro. They never even said who he was fighting, bro. That gotta be trash. Many black people co-opt the experience of other blacks, though. What are you talking about? What are you saying? What is he talking about? Do y'all know? Bro, listen, you have a black test. Ask any black person that's a socialite that, move around a little bit if they've ever experienced what they would call racism. I guarantee you more people probably have than have. Like, it could be something simple. Like, you be a black person and you date a white girl and their parents don't want you to date her, or their dad or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want their white daughter to have, bro. I'm telling you what it is. If y'all don't like it, I don't care. Don't watch me. Bro, ask a black dude if, like, the black dude couldn't meet the parents or something because the dad wasn't cool with his white daughter dating a black person. Or, if you have a black dude or something, you go to a certain or whatever, any type of interracial relationship, and you go to a restaurant and people stare or look or something, bro, come on. My boy Niter said he walked past a car and dude thought he was going to steal it for some odd reason. That's what I'm saying, bro. It is what it is. What Jermell said was untrue. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I'm glad he said it though, because whatever, to each his own. But now I'm on y'all ass all year. Every time I see examples of it, I'm gonna bring it up. So thank you. Who is it? I don't even know who Badu Jack is fighting. But listen, that's different. This man James Pascal had hella drugs in his system. I drive trucks and it's racist all in trucking. Hell yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's this dude I follow. He's a black trucking owner, and he says he went to the conference and he said there was no black people at the trucking conference. It's like a big trucking conference. He was like the only real black owner. So I already know what you're going through. That's every other race, including people being lighter ego. My ex's family didn't accept me because I'm dark. Same culture and island. See, that's what I'm saying. And this happens. It's not even just black culture with that aspect. It's in Mexican culture, bro. You'll see the Mexican kid with the light green eyes and the fairer skin get treated different than the Mexican kid that is of a darker complexion. You see that in certain, not every household, but I'm saying some people treat that like different. Just look it up. Ask people, bro. Ask if the fair skin, like the Canelo complexion Mexican, especially if they have like green eyes or some shit. See if they get treated different than the Mexican that's probably more brown and darker. You know what I mean? They even did a thing on kids where they asked kids what picture was prettier, and they had like either a white person and then a dark skinned black person, and all the kids was like the white person was better, and then they had somebody who was a bit lighter, but maybe black, but like super light skin, and then they had someone who was darker, and all the kids said what drove their eyes to attraction, like what was considered beautiful to them, it wasn't the darker person. Just look it up. You guys could look these stuff, do some independent research. I've seen my family split because of colorism. That's what I'm saying. How do we have all these people sharing great stories? Not great in a good way, like it's some cool stuff, but everybody's sharing these. Please get the likes up. Make sure y'all get the likes up. Everybody's sharing these stories, but Jermell just outlined, oh, none of this matters. Race doesn't matter. Skills pay the bills. Stop it. Very true, Ego. There's an African-based community in Mexico many people don't know about. Till this day, they're being treated very poorly. I mean, even look at Canelo. Canelo is the product of, he's a great fighter, but he's also the product. Listen, before you knew Canelo was a great fighter, he got opportunity. Those opportunities came because of the way the motherfucker look. Because he's now proved that he can scrap for real, but he got a lot of opportunity based on, he don't even, like, some people were saying he didn't even look Mexican, but he's Spanish speaking. He got freckles. He had the red, got the red hair and stuff like that. Canelo was given a lot of opportunity based on that. You can believe it, don't believe it, whatever. He, like, bro, Orlando Salido, he didn't get no special treatment. He had to fight all the tough fights, beat Lomachenko. He didn't get no Canelo opportunities like on hella Mayweather undercards and stuff. Block Navid. When they hate, donate. The funny thing is, Mexico Aboriginal population is black, but they don't show or tell that. I dated a white girl in high school. She hid me from her mom because she was racist. Told you, bro. Most people could probably come up with these stories. Block Navid. Let me know when he's blocked, please. Oh, shout out to DeAndre. Yo, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Good talk. I'm about to get out of here. The MVP was clearly Nider. The man sent $140 in a Cash App. This man, bro, he the richest. The man Nider. Please give a round of applause to Nider, who sent a Cash App in this very stream, supporting the movement to keep the chat afloat and live. He sent $140. Please give a round of applause. And also for GRJ, they showing max love. And Nider's the MVP, but shout out to everybody. Everything keeps us motivated, keeps you working. I got a lot. I'm about to go to sleep finally. I'll be back with some more heat tonight. GRJ said, keep doing you, family. Great work. Yeah, man. I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I'm doing God's work. I'm following my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So it feels great. Nah, Nider's the one, bro. So leave me a comment. If you missed it or missed the beginning, check out the beginning, drop a comment. It was definitely a deeper conversation that we had. Listen, I can't speak on why another man said what he said, but it is what it is. I had to get my thoughts on it. I'll catch you on the next one. Shout out to Nider. I really would like to see a few more claps. The man Nider. See, y'all some haters. The boy Nider sent $140. I think he's deserving of some more clap emojis. Like, bro, you guys have to understand, this is my job. This is what I do full time. And people like Nider and GRJ, they make my job so much easier because I can do the long form content and not have to worry about it. So if you guys could show them love, because this is stuff that they don't have to do and they're doing it so you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? So I would like to see another round of applause for Nider. Shout out to Natty Cutie. What's up? Brandon, what's up? Anthony, the gaming circle. Yeah, we definitely had a good conversation, but I'm telling you, just with these long form contents in the form of live streams, he said, make it clap like Soldier said. Draco, for the long form content, like it's rough too. Like I want to get up and move and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So me as a host, the people supporting the channel, it's crazy love we get. and we got to keep the good times rolling. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Holla at me. I got more heat I'll be dropping when I wake up and shit. Floyd fight, we will do the boxing. A couple of people asked me about that. Boxingego watch party, but he don't fight until Sunday. So peace out, y'all. Shout out to Alex Ray, Sherman, Spo in the building, Natty, Cutie. Good morning. Have a blessed day, everybody. We out. Peace.